how we didn't get it together. Nothing stopped us.
The Girls, Girls, Girls tour, we were a mess. I mean, each one of us was just like totally out of control. We were doing drugs and drinking like, you know, you couldn't even imagine. Nicky went to jail in Tokyo, you know, because we were almost caused a riot on the bullet train, you know, throwing Jack Daniels bottles and stuff, and I almost got killed. I had a gun pulled on me in a club because I was so drunk. We were supposed to go to Europe, and in that time between Japan and Europe is when Nicky OD'd, and our road manager said, look, told our managers, if you send these guys to Europe, one of them's going to come back in a body bag.
I got really, really scared that this was going to be over, and I was like the guy who said, I'm going to rehab, this is it, no more for me, because I want to do this. I want to be around as long as the Stones, and I will be, and I'm going to rehab to get my life together, because this is bull.
So it took a while for all four of us to finally do it. It took about 2 months or so, and then you know, it's got to stay like this, because if we ever went back to that state that we were in before, there would be no more Motley Crue.
Wary of L.A. and its many temptations, the cleaned-up crew flew away to Vancouver to record what would become their most successful album to date.
You know, as soon as we cleaned up, there was so many ideas just started flowing out of us.
Vince, for the first time, just got into the studio. He used to just disappear, and then we would like find out he's like passed out in the deserts, in Palm Springs, and we would have him brought in and wheeled in, and he would do his vocals and then pass out in the corner. And now he stayed the whole time in Vancouver and went over all of his vocal tracks and listened to things and wanted to correct this and correct that, and that was really neat.
I even flew back to Vancouver for the mixes, and like the band was going, what is this guy doing, man? He doesn't like the studio, there he goes. You know, I was just like really into this record.
I did a lot of different parts, different guitar parts on the album and stuff, which is really good because I've been wanting to do that for a while.
He worked with Bob Rock, you know, our new producer, and Bob really pulled a lot of things out of him that ourselves or another producer couldn't, because Bob was a guitar player, and I guess there's something about being a guitar player on the same wavelength, and he's just pulling stuff out of Mick, like tricks out of a hat, man. He'd tell him, Mick, try this. When we'd just be playing it, and we'd go, wow, yeah, that's great.
I don't think really any of us really thought about being as big as maybe, you know, people think we are.
Everything's turned out way more than I thought it was going to be. When we made our first record, when we were playing like, I mean, when we played the Whiskey A Go-Go in the Starwood back in 1981, I thought, wow, we made it. Wow. My buds were coming from school and like they're out there and I was playing, no, wow. I thought I made it. I had no idea that this was the rest. I mean, I had no idea that we were going to be playing arenas, Russia, not a clue.
I knew when we started playing and the first live thing that we did at the Starwood in 1981 and the reaction of the people, I knew this was going to be a mega band.
We really don't think of ourselves as a big band at all.
It's really funny because like even when we play, like on tour now, you know, the shows have been going great, but we always sit back and we ask each other, we go, like Rich, our tour manager, we go, dude, is anybody going to show up tonight?
God, I hope some people show up tonight. You know, we always say that. We're bombing, man. We're bombing. We suck.
Let's shake it up, boys. Little round six shake for tonight. Come on, come on, come on. Welcome to the world of a Motley Crue.
When it says, "Welcome to the world of Motley Crue," this is our world, and our world is wild, man.
Motley Crue have come a long way over the course of their 9-year career, from the metal clubs of Hollywood to their current world tour, which finds them armed with 11 semi-trucks worth of light, sound, and theatrical gadgetry. The emphasis, however, is, as always, on sound. Motley Crue takes the stage with 110,000 watts of power backing them up.
I have 32 amps and, cabinets and heads, and Mick has 32 cabinets and heads.
You don't need that much sound to do an arena. And we have like double the amount that we need because we want people to go away going, I'm nauseous from the bass drum.
Another crucial element of the Motley Crue stage show is pyrotechnics. The group started out experimenting with homemade effects, even lighting their clothes on fire. But now, of course, they can afford their own team of pyrotechnicians to choreograph all the theatrical mayhem.
If you're ever having like one of those nights where you're maybe a little tired, you're going, oh God, I'm dying up here, I got no more energy. My third wind is gone, and the pyro goes, you go, yeah!
It'll be better than it used to be.
Motley Crue's current light show, one of the biggest on the boards right now, includes a laser light opening that effectively encapsulates the band's history.
We have this screen thing that comes down, and lasers like tell the story. It creates all these images and stuff, which we kind of ripped off from Neil Diamond.
Another staple of metal shows, and therefore Motley Crue shows as well, is the inevitable drum solo. Tommy Lee has attempted to take these percussive interludes into a more theatrical direction, first with his tilted drum riser on the 1984 Theater of Pain tour, then with his gravity-defying revolving drum kit on 1987's Girls, Girls, Girls outing. For the current Dr. Feelgood tour, he naturally felt that he had to top himself, and yes, he did.
Drum solos are just like, it's just a waste of concert time, People came there to hear music. It's like, okay, yeah, okay, man, wow, that guy's good. He's technical. Ooh, wow, ooh. It's like, who cares, man? These people came to hear music. I figured I would put together something that everyone would enjoy, some music, some old classic stuff.
Along with his distinctive drum concepts, Lee also displays an unusual clothes sense, or lack thereof.
I guess I'm an exhibitionist.
Well, y'all look a little too young to fall in love tonight, baby. Let's go.
Our audience is borderline out of control all the time.
We call them crew heads. They're just like really die-hard fans.
Motley fans are still going to be Motley fans, whether we're number one or, 101.
Parents are always saying, they're just dumb kids. That really pisses me off. They're not dumb kids. I wasn't a dumb kid. Just because you like rock and roll doesn't make you stupid or insignificant.
People always send me where their state with their personalized license plate, that says Motley or something like that on it. Those are really cool, I think.
Some girl in Texas gave me an Explorer, Gibson Explorer. It was a real shock.
I have a tattoo on my arm of Mighty Mouse, so I constantly get Mighty Mouse stuff. Stickers, Mighty Mouse pins, Mighty Mouse towels, Mighty Mouse. I got all that stuff.
The best feeling I ever get is when I look down and I'll see somebody singing the song back to me, word for word. I hear Vince in the background singing it, and I'm watching this kid, and he's singing it to me, and he knows every word. Man, that rocks my world.
from the beginning, we said that if something ever happened to one of us, that would be the end of Motley Crue, because Motley Crue is, you know, Nicky, Tommy, Mick, and me.
And talk about four opposite type of people. You know, you couldn't plan for more different type of people, and it's hilarious. You know, 10 years later, we're like this.
I couldn't even imagine playing with somebody else. You know, I'd rather just call it quits.
If the day ever comes we stop making albums, you know, you'll be able to like run into us all in the corner somewhere when we're 90 and we'll all still be hanging out together. Mick will be 95. But